Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and today we're gonna do the headlines from the Americas. So America is not just United States of America, that's just the United States. Americas is actually the entire North and South America continent. So I also kind of like reduced the number of news to be covered from 10 to 8. I think this is more palatable, I guess, so the video isn't too long. And for those that are watching and is still on the May 4th of May, May the 4th may be with you. This Star Wars date. So yeah, so you need to press the like button. If not, I will complain to Darth Vader, and then maybe he will strangle you or something. I don't know. Okay, so moving on to the first piece of news. In Ecuador, so Ecuador has declared a state of emergency over gang crimes. So 3 of the western provinces, which is this part, and this part, these 3 provinces is now under the state of emergency. So a curfew is now imposed, and thousands of soldiers and police are being sent to these 3 provinces. This is a result of a sharp increase in murders and gang-related crimes. So this is actually the second time the president, Mr. Lasso, has used the emergency power to curb violence. So Ecuador is looking rather precarious with this crime situation until you really need a state of emergency to deal with it. Then we are now at the British Virgin Island. Hope the island is virgin. So United Kingdom is currently pondering whether they want to rule directly over the British Virgin Islands. So this is the British Virgin Islands. Little sisters. So this is not looking good now. And so the according to a report commissioned by the Queen Elizabeth's representative to the territory, the governance problem is now so severe that legislature should be suspended and be effectively governed from London. So this comes as the Drug Enforcement Administration of the United States, the DEA, has jailed the British Virgin Islands premier in Miami on charge of drug trafficking. So this is ridiculous. So the leader of a territory is actually arrested for drug trafficking in the United States. So that looks really bad, and is really embarrassing to the United Kingdoms. So in the report where they studied the Virgin Islands, they discovered that millions of dollars of the funds is spent by the politicians and ministries without proper process. And this is along with serious dishonesty towards the sales of public property and abuse of appointment. So which means this beautiful islands is now one of the most corrupted places in the world. But the people rallied, outside the Governor John Rackin's office at the road town in the island of Totola. And here, road town is here. And they shout, "No UK rules, we love corruption." Okay, and that's the end of this part of the news. And heading south to Venezuela. So Venezuela has been in a really precarious situation for some time now, because of the leadership crisis and election fraud allegations and hyperinflation. And finally, because of the high oil price, is now fueling economic growth and help to keep the foreign exchange rate steady. And the Venezuela government under Maduro has taken this opportunity to actually push Venezuelans to use more bolivars, their own currency, by slapping a 3% tax on purchases made with the US dollars in shops, restaurants, and grocery stores. So according to one study by a private firm, it indicates a slight shift away from the dollar in the days after the tax took effect. In a separate report released just recently, they found that the use of bolivars in Caracas. So Caracas is this city here. Caracas is here. Has rose sharply in April, in the full month after the introduction of the 3% tax on US dollars. So what happened is that in Venezuela, because of the hyperinflation, the price, the value of the bolivars just keep dropping every month, making commerce impossible. It's very hard to use your money to buy things because the price keep increasing, and whatever you earn just become useless. So as a result, people start to use US dollars, and that is also encouraged by the government. So now the government is pulling back on this encouragement, and they wanted to stabilize and strengthen Bolivar. So this is happening now in Venezuela. In Mexico, so Mexico President Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador has said that Mexico will not impose sanctions on Russia due to the invasion of Ukraine. He claimed that Mexico will remain neutral. So good on Mexico. And the Bahamas. So Bahamas, the beautiful islands of the Bahamas, where all the rich people go to enjoy their holidays, when they have perfectly good Florida to go to. So the Caribbean country has now offered a new scam. A new project, offset credits for corporations for underwater carbon. So basically, it's a brilliant way to make you feel good, and they can earn some money. So they're offering this blue carbon credit, so as a way for international companies to offset their emissions. So this will be one of the first ocean-based credit, and they will use the money to invest in climate resilience projects. Reportedly, I don't believe they will use the money somewhere else. That's what I believe. So this will be one of the first government-run underwater carbon offset program. So this carbon offset works in two ways. So companies can actually pay to preserve existing ecosystems, so to prevent new carbon from being released into the atmosphere, or they can actually finance to rehabilitate degraded or destroyed habitats, which will then go on to absorb additional carbon dioxide. So in both ways, the corporation or individual can buy credits and continue to pollute. So as long as their emission is equal to their pollution, they can claim they are carbon neutral. So this is a freaking scam, and but it's a good way to earn money. I have to admit, they can actually restore, take the money from the corporation, take 10% to restore, and then keep another 90%. Brilliant business idea. I should actually do this business, man. So coming to Brazil, so it's another topic on food crisis. So the Brazil will expand soy planting, and however they also cut the use of fertilizer, as the agriculture minister of Brazil warned of a global food crisis. So the Brazilian agriculture minister Marcos Montes said that the world is now set to face a food crisis, and Brazil will be increasingly responsible for supplying for both domestic and foreign markets with food. So he's very sure. He has no doubt that we will face a global food crisis. So viewers and listeners or followers or subscribers of DPA, you know what to do now, right? I give you a warning now already. So please go and do something. Go and buy some, I don't know, if you have a yard or you have some space, go and plant some food. You will thank me later. And if you have spare ones, do share with other subscribers. For those that live in the city like me, I will depend on my government and I hope that I have food to eat. So anyway, in the different article, so this article only talk about this warning by the minister. So I actually combined two different articles to put this headline. So the soybean farmers, according to a survey by this consultancy, has expressed that they will be increasing their planting 1.5% nationwide next season. So the next season, I think, it's come in September, with 72% of the farmers intending to increase the planted area. So 40% will plant above 5% and 32% up by 5%. I don't this sentence is really confusing for me. So anyway, however, they will actually reduce the use of fertilizer. 64% say they will reduce the use by 20%. This is the reason, because fertilizer is getting very expensive because of the sanctions on Russia, because Russia is one of the main producers of fertilizers. As a result, I think the increase in planting but the reduction in fertilizer is going to be like as if there's no difference. But hopefully, it makes a difference, and it will help to reduce some of the food situation we are about to face. So going to the trio of Argentina, Chile, and Bolivia, Mexico is now looking to form a Lithium Association with Bolivia, Argentina, and Chile. So the president of Mexico, Andre Manuel Lopez Obrador, again I saying his name for a second time, said at a news conference that he has been in touch with the leaders of Bolivia, Argentina, and Chile to create this Lithium Association. So they had nationalized lithium and tightening control of this strategic mineral resource, because lithium is being used to make electrical batteries, like what is being used in the Tesla's vehicle, Tesla cars, and all the other batteries. So this is becoming increasingly important as the world goes more and more towards electric cars, and the demand for lithium is going to go through the roof. And this is going to be good news for Chile, Bolivia, and Argentina, as well as Mexico, because they are, I think, big producers of lithium, I think, and Mexico is leading the way. And finally, let's go to the not so free country of Canada. They have now they have reported that they had benefited from the Ukraine war, as the export jumps 6.3% to $63.63 billion, mostly due to the high price of energy products, because the crude oil price surged in March. So they benefited, including also metal ore and non-metallic minerals like potash and iron ore. So they are very proud. Canada is really proud, the chief economist at the Export Development Canada, that they are able to step up and fill some of the gap caused by the war in Ukraine. He thinks this is a great sign, man, great sign for the Canadian companies moving forward. And so of course, it's not in Canada's benefit for the Ukraine war to end now. However, their imports also surged. In fact, it surged higher than the export by 7.7%, causing a trade surplus reduction, because people are buying too much things. Consumer goods has increased, and also led by energy products, 9 of 11 product categories. So this is Canada being very Canada-ish now. The modern Canada is no longer the Canada that we know. This is Trudeau's Canada, and Trudeau's Canada is a new kind of Canada that we are slowly getting familiar with. So this is the headlines from the Americas, and I'm hoping to cover maybe America's news from Americas every Thursday if I can. Thursday in Singapore. I'm not sure Thursday is which day for you now in your country, and hopefully that's what I'm trying to do, because if I cover the whole news, then the whole world, then sometimes it might get a bit confusing. But I cover just on a region, then maybe some people also will not watch because they're just not interested. So I haven't figured out a balance in about this. I will try my best to see how I can balance this, and hopefully I will continue to get your support to watch all my videos. And if you don't watch, hello Darth Vader.